Kevin Chapman was only 22 years old when, in 2004, he bought his first home in South DeKalb County, a condo in Snapfinger Manor. He was so proud. But it didn't take long for a neglect and encroaching blight to mar his enjoyment of his home. A proliferation of litter, overgrown weeds along the median, gunk along the curbs, and unkempt business properties along Wesley Chapel Road, which was his main route to and from his job in downtown Atlanta, drove him nuts on a daily basis. He called and emailed the county so often, code enforcement and sanitation department employees knew him by name, but to no avail. By 2012, he had had enough. In January of that year, Kevin took matters into his own hands. He organized his neighbors to help him pick up trash, and he got money from his condominium association to purchase shrubs to plant in the median. Kevin also got his condo association's landscaping company, Greenwood Group LLC, to donate labor to install the plants in the median and on the sides of I-20 entrance and exit ramps. Then, he and his neighbors hauled water in the back of his car to water the plants, bottle by bottle. Though it was a small start, Kevin was hoping others would follow their lead and help beautify the neighborhood.
He was trying to exemplify what it means to take pride in your community. Of course, improve our neighborhood. We can take the initiative. We can make our own community better, and we don't have to depend on others to actually do it.
Kevin's can-do attitude attracted people to him, and soon he was working with others who wanted to improve their community.
I met Kevin Chapman around spring of 2012. We had this same interest. He was doing a cleanup on Wesley Chapel on the Kroger end and the Rainbow Creek Homeowners Association. We've been cleaning up the other end near QT. I got the information from Commissioner Johnson that there was another young man who was going to do a cleanup and that I should connect with him. There was a small meeting at Kevin's home. In that meeting, we went from small cleanups on Wesley Chapel to creating an initiative that we call Wesley Chapel Curb Task Force. So what we discussed in that meeting is taking back our community. If it's about beautification, we're going to make sure it's done. We were not going to wait on anybody else to kind of do it, because everyone was saying the county's supposed to do it or GDOT's supposed to do it. Of course, nothing was getting done, and Wesley Chapel was looking a mess.
They started with the people already working in the community, and they discussed how they would reach out to businesses along the corridor to get them to care for and beautify in front of their establishments.
We would kind of give them a report card. The report card would be just a simple thing. Are you keeping your business clean? And Kevin actually developed a questionnaire and what businesses we would actually contact. So with that, you started seeing a little bit better initiative on the businesses actually taking a stance as well. So what we did do is we had like 2 to 3 community cleanups a year, picking up paper. We would make sure that the grass is off the curbs, and also the medians would be taken care of as well. Kevin stepped up even further to get Home Depot and Lowe's to start providing us some sponsorship as it relates to the type of plants we wanted. We started planting 4 corridors on Wesley Chapel, the exit entrance for the I-20, and then as well as we had it on Rainbow and Wesley Chapel as well, across from the QT. It spun to more sponsorships by the SAIA as well as the CID initiative, and now our medians has been taken care of.
When the county hired a new Keep DeKalb Beautiful director, Kevin reached out immediately.
Kevin Chapman actually was one of the first people I met. I came into this position in November of 2014, and his group, South DeKalb Improvement Association, was one of the first groups that I met with. I know him from a number of different places. Project Beautify is one of the groups that he's worked with for at least 2 years. Also, his homeowners association, he's very active in that. And those three groups together all cover the Snapfinger Woods Miller Road area, which is one of our more challenged areas in terms of litter. And Kevin has done from A to Z in those corridors, from planting trees to mowing grass to picking up litter on a consistent basis with any group or organization interested in making that area look nicer. So we're always looking for solutions, and we're grateful for Kevin's leadership in that area for helping us maintain that area, but also helping us find the longer-term solutions in that area as well.
Kevin rolled up his sleeves and built partnerships to help improve the community. He worked with the owners of the Kroger Shopping Center on Wesley Chapel Road to demolish the Scores sports bar that had become a flashpoint for illegal activities. He encouraged Racetrack to join the CID and to send volunteers to help clean up the corridor. He worked with incoming businesses like Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, and the new Kroger gas station, helping them to landscape their properties.
He is a community organizer through and through. He is a man of his word. He will be the only one out there if he's the only one out there. He leads by example. He is willing to ask the tough questions and to do the hard efforts that are related to an attractive area. So that includes, I've seen him out there pulling trees out. I've seen him planting trees. I've seen him pulling tires. Anything that's necessary to make that area look and feel attractive.
People like Kevin are invaluable in helping reclaim their communities.
We love to have folks like Kevin that are engaged in the community. We cannot be everywhere at the same time. It also works best for us when we have eyes and ears out there that are letting us know what's going on and when it happens so we can respond to it. A perfect example of that are tires. When people dump illegal tires, it never just stays there as one tire. They always seem to grow in piles. So you may see one tire today and it'll be 4 tires tomorrow. So it's important for us to get on top of that as quickly as possible. So we look to community leaders to let us know where those places are so we can respond. While it's a small problem, the most value that he brings to the table is that he attracts groups of all ages. So from seniors to small children, people gravitate to him. It's just his personality. And people like to be with somebody who's a leader, and he's a clear leader in the community.
Kevin's actions inspired his neighbors and the newly formed East Metro CID, which last year added more plants to the median and is now helping to maintain it.
Because of what Kevin has done, his promptness of wanting to do something different in the neighborhood, we now have something in place that should go a long way.
So please give Kevin another round of applause. We are so happy to be able to recognize him today because he's the most humble person you'll ever meet. And he will not draw attention to himself. He just works really hard. But we need more folks like him in the community, and we're so glad that you're a part of South DeKalb.
Thank you all. This award means so much to me, especially receiving it from CrossRoadsNews. A newspaper that I look at quite frequently. Actually, we're anticipating it on Thursday night when it comes out on Friday for the great work that they have been doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we have a rousing round of applause for Dolores Majors? She can play that violin, can she not? Thank you for your service. Thank you. The publishers and owners of CrossRoadsNews, Jennifer and Curtis Parker. It is hard to believe that for over 20 years now, they have been at the forefront of informing and educating and enlightening our community, and yes, even taking stands, and sometimes those stands were not popular, but they were always for the common good and for the overall good of our community, our community, our community, our community.